wanted to share something with you that was on it was on the Twitter feed, and it's about Trump's position on why am I calling him Trump? He's the orange vomit. But I think all this was posted by Chris M. I don't have his full name here, but I want to just share with you here, okay? What Trump, this is like Chairman Mao, you know, the Little Red Book. Anybody old enough to remember the Little Red Book back in the 60s, all full of things, and the 50s, all full of sayings by Chairman Mao when China lost its mind? So here we go. Trump on gay marriage. Quote, "It's like in golf. A lot of people, I don't want this to sound trivial, but a lot of people are switching to these really long putters. Very unattractive. It's weird. You see these great players with these really long putters because they can't sink 3-footers anymore. And I hate it. I am a traditionalist. Oh, I have so many fabulous friends who happen to be gay, but I'm a traditionalist." That was in the New York Times. On policy, this was part of an interview in Playboy. "I think if this country gets any kinder or gentler, it's literally going to cease to exist." On immigration, "We're rounding them up in a very humane way, in a very nice way, and they're going to be happy because they want to be legalized. And by the way, I know it doesn't sound nice, but not everything is nice." Oh, you asshole. Here's Trump on diplomacy. "North Korean leader Kim Jong-un just stated that the nuclear button is on his desk at all times. Will someone from his depleted and food-starved regime please inform him that I too have a nuclear button, but it is a much bigger and more powerful button than his, and my button works." His button works. Here's Trump on global warming. "It's really cold outside. They're calling it a major freeze, weeks ahead of normal. Man, we could use a big fat dose of global warming." Trump on health care. "The U.S. cannot allow Ebola-infected people back. People that go to faraway places to help out are great, but they must suffer the consequences." Trump on gun control. "No matter what you do, guns, no guns, it doesn't matter. You have people that are mentally ill, and they're going to come through the cracks, and they're going to do things that people will not even believe are possible." Trump on running for president. "Well, if I ever ran for office, I'd do better as a Democrat than as a Republican, and that's not because I'd be more liberal, because I'm conservative. But the working guy would elect me. He likes me. When I walk down the street, those cabbies start yelling out their windows. Besides, Republicans aren't very bright." Trump on his intelligence. "Sorry, losers and haters, but my IQ is one of the highest. And you all know it. Please don't feel so stupid or insecure. It's not your fault." His IQ is one of the highest. Yeah. Trump on romance. "All of the women on The Apprentice flirted with me. That's to be expected." Trump on marriage. "I would never buy Ivana any decent jewels or pictures. Why give her negotiable assets?" Trump on breastfeeding mothers. "You're disgusting." Trump on Judaism. "I'm a negotiator like you folks." Trump on history. "In life, you have to rely on the past, and that's called history." Trump on the anti-missile. Quote, "We're increasing our budget by many billions of dollars because of North Korea and other reasons having to do with the anti-missile." Trump on COVID-19. This was on January 22nd, 2020. "We have it totally under control. It's one person coming in from China. It's just going to be fine." Trump on sharing his financial success. I look very much forward to showing my financials because they are huge. I don't know what to say. So anyway, if Trump made the announcement today that he is running to be the next president of the United States to set America free from the tyranny of the fascist Democrats, this will give people who need it a little insight into what Mr. Trump is all about, huh? Boy. Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. As you know, we've switched formats and are now broadcast exclusively on the Progressive Voices Network. So that means you get fewer program interruptions, no corporate commercials, and lots of profanity. But our format change also means some of our radio listeners no longer hear the program. It's been a while since I mentioned our podcasts, so you may have forgotten that there is a way to listen to this program anytime you need a good dose of screaming. Visit MikeMalloy.com and subscribe to our podcast. As a podcast subscriber, you can download the program to your mobile device and take me with you wherever you go. And if you have a friend who needs a dose of truth-seeking, you can give a gift subscription as well. That's MikeMalloy.com, and never miss a minute of the uncensored fun and frivolity.